to basketball again.
Yo, can you give me a pair of the Chicago ones? You know MP came ready to play.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. And through this early portion, Greg, of the season, we've had our fair share of surprises.
Yeah, it's fun to see the preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all.
And one of the many storylines of this NBA season revolves around MP and his quest to conquer all the teams ranked higher in the standings last season. That's one tough challenge in this NBA.
Well, for MP, this is a big-time test tonight. Facing off with a team that's perceived as better. One of the great things about this league, you get to prove how good of a player or team you are. And this is a golden opportunity for MP.
So here's Miami's starting group. James is out there with Curry. Then there's Bell. And it's Mobo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Deflects the pass. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Jeffries. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jeffries got 5.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
A finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Played outside. New York moving it around. No good from Lee.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Takes it off the glass.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
Sinks the triple.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
He'd have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Off the inbound. It's rebounded by New York. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
It's a fairly even matchup, and both sides want to take that leap into the league's upper echelon. So let's see what signs we see of progress tonight.
And it's good for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
New York shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
At the line, 2 shots.
And Wade drops them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Hey, let's check out stats for James. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 11 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
And the Heat making a change here. Adams checked in.
Second team foul.
The Knicks with the lead.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting in this.
Takes timeout coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
You know what? In the end of the day, it wasn't as close as it should have been. There were lapses all night that led to the deficit they couldn't overcome.
On the court for the Heat, they've got James. He's out there with Curry. And it's Mobo in at center, locking down the middle. And a wide open look for Lee. Nailed from three-point land. Lee's got his second bucket of the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
So, Greg, you played the point. And creative player, if you had to pick a different position to play,
2 shots.
which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Wade passes to Lee. Offline with his 3. The Heat trail by 9.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Good D by Lee.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Pass to Wade on the wing. Lee. Off target with his 3. Miami's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Knocked loose. And a fast break now for New York. Here's Graham, and Graham throws it down hard.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
That one drops for him. He's got 8.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Third foul of the half, and that's the risk you take, leaving him out there.
And Miami making a change here. Adams checked in.
For the Heat, 0. Wendell Adams.
1:09 left here in the second. Pass to Jeffries. Here's Wade. Lee kicks to Wade. Jacks up a 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Wade's got 5.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here, defending the triple.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep.
So it's New York holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
This is a wall. This phone window there. I was saying about.
Welcome. Let's go back in time to Shaq's rookie season. Kenny, what was your first impression of him?
I was in shock.
Changing focus now to the tough first half of the Heat.
They're getting cooked from long distance. Defensively, they have...
And that is a wrap.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've got Wade, and it's Lee in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for New York right now. He was all alone on that one. Graham's got the first basket of the second half. That one for New York. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
The Knicks leading by 14. The 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Miami's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Pass to Bell from deep. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And that one is good. 12 points for him.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
His 3-pointers off the mark.
Boy, a wide-open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
It's stolen by Wade. Here is Jeffries, defended by Bell. The Knicks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
He's perfect from the line this time. The Heat trail by 17. First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter. That's to Curry. And that one is off.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shape.
So rude tonight.
The Heat shooting at 51%. Really solid. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. They've got Christie. Keith is out there with Porzingis. And it's Mobo in at the 5 spot. Offensive rebound. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass earning an additional opportunity.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Christie. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys. Sending a
substitution on the court.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Oh, he really... So no problem for New York as they get the win.
Don't beat yourself up till you check your tape. At least you get some extra rest tonight. Crowd looks hyped tonight. You better come with it. Get after them, Pete.
Dropping the beats, that's cold meals. So let's do this. 3-on-3, winner takes it all. Make some noise. You've seen his highlights. You've watched his rise. Now it's time to feast your eyes on the real deal. Make some noise for MP. When he's not picking up a 17 split, his tip-ins and putbacks are giving you fits. Good luck trying to stop Kingpin.
He is not so good, man. Yeah, I see 2 stars. Half a star. God, man, you gotta do that, man. Oh, man, let's do that. Nobody should jump off. I do how I felt. If it fought his ball, yeah, fucking do that. He was too late doing that. I'm still in. 12, 14, 13. I made that. Please miss the shot. Oh, you got to do that little half quarter. No way you gonna win that thing.
The name of the game is buckets.
Finish your fucking shot.
Kingpin, you're in. Now joining MP.
What's up, man? You ready?
We're gonna beat him. No.
Welcome to the Dunes, Hoop fans. You all from the beast, that's cold meals. So let's do this. 3-on-3, winner takes it all. Make some noise.
This is all. We're almost getting around, but this video is not over.
Everyone wants to see. Let's turn up the volume and shake the place for the one, the only MP. He doesn't take requests. No one in their right mind would ask for the beatdowns he rains down. The music is timeless. The now is hypnotic. Let's go. Right there. Okay, don't guard him in.
Trying to go get him. Come on.
Where's the handles? Get on your horses. Off target from three-point land. Hey, where you going? That's over the line. Come back. I don't think the defense is quite ready yet. Oh yeah, D. MP can do that and a whole lot more. Look out. That's where.
No way get starting it.
Not taking any chances. He wants this. Punch on in. MP has set this place aflame.
7-6.
Can't get it. MP has it cranked up. We are witnessing some heat. Whose man is that? You gotta finish your breakfast. Well, yeah, if you're not gonna cry about it. He said, give me it. Phone or no phone, you gotta call that. Three-point basket, no good. Ooh, I don't want to see any double teaming. Okay, now they're playing the right way.
Don't do that.
Bounce.
Twelve 13, book on back hits.
Come on, man. You know you can't go left. Hey, bro. Teammates want to play too.
Go with you.
Misses in close. He's
12-19, we come back it. By his fucking goal. Leave that foul away, bro.
The name of the game is buckets. Goes out.
Oh, we're coming back here, it's right. Well, his ball, he fought mine. We with him. He made a fucking 24! I can't believe it! He did beat me somehow! Wow! Oh, how? I don't how. I don't. Oh. I'm not fucking trying. Okay, we're not fun. Or back, I got it. Get. Okay.
The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Welcome everyone to the now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaking out. You take a look at Miami, it's still very early, but they have a mountain to climb in their conference. And of course the 76ers back 3 games.
I think for the Heat, when you look at their roster, they're talented enough to turn this thing around. But so far, the season has not come together for them the way people predicted.
Yeah, I'm not sure this can be written off just as a slow start. I think this might be the team that they are.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Philadelphia 76ers. We've got Washington, and it's Reed in at the point. And for Miami, they've got James, and it's Mobo in at the center position. And before we get too deep in this game, I want to remind the viewers that MP is likely to be playing with a bit more intensity tonight. He's made it known he intends to... Serving up some holiday basketball for you fans out there. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving Eve to you as well, my partner. I mean, there's just something special about watching basketball during the holiday season. Hey, and we're in for a treat.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. And it's Martin in at the point guard position. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. The Sixers lead by 14. Out to the right wing. Sinks it from distance. 7 points in the game.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation
is. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup.
And I have no clue how he got that one to fall, pulling some magic in the midair and torturing the defense in the process.
Fires the 3. He drops it from range.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. And he banks in the layup.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
McGee, he's checked in for Christie. Russell's checked in for Philadelphia. Martin, the pass to Frazier. Fires the 3. Adams grabs the miss. Heat trail by 16. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside. His 4th foul already, and we're not even at halftime. They'll likely limit his minutes the rest of the way.
Cunningham's checked in for Russell. To the left side wing. Pure from 3-point range.
And another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding him.
No, sir. He's now 3 for 5 in this one. And so Cunningham will bring it up for the 76ers. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute cleanly and look really fresh out there.
The Heat making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Washington's checked in for Philadelphia. Reed comes in for Martin. Ware. And the three off target. For Miami, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
The three from Washington. Miami grabs the miss. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
Cunningham outside. Outside Reed. Let's go with a three. Philadelphia with another miss. Heat trail by 14. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing they're doing right early on tonight is attacking the offensive glass. Just outworking the defense and winning second chances.
We're never gonna lose.
The Philadelphia 76ers in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Yeah, that's wrong. We can't come back to this.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up. We get to see the haves and the have-nots on this list.
A few of have-nots have really disappointed. Shaq, have I ever disappointed you?
Never on the court, Kenny, but as a broadcaster, still not sure about you.
You'll come around.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that's it for halftime.
And there wasn't too much. And so it's Philadelphia with the W, and that evens up.
Can't be reaching like that, MP.
We're gonna do all of them do that in this video. Yeah, so we see 2 done 20 on. Yeah, so we're gonna try to do all of them available.
We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing items, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using improper language or gestures.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. And this time of the season, Brent, you know this, what are front offices focused in on right now?
Well, teams got to be really honest about the arc of where it is their team is. Are they competitive? Are they playoff caliber? Are they championship caliber? And depending on where that is, you're going to be very patient with either development, or you're going to be impatient to dive in to try to win a championship at all costs. So lots of time here to go, but decisions will be made as the season goes on.
And there's been a bit of a bone to pick for MP following the offseason. He's come into this year with the goal of taking down all the teams that finished ahead of his in the standings last season. This fire and intensity that MP brings really ignites his team and organization. But it also has a tendency to fire up the opposition, too.
Well, MP hadn't played his best against the top teams. Normally, those teams have elite defense, and that makes them really hard to break down. They'll force you into doing some things you aren't as good at. And MP's got to make the adjustments and play smarter.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Wallace is out there with Mullen. Then there's McMillan. Then it's Daniels. And it's Jovic in at the... power forward. And the jam by Wallace.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And it's sent back by Wallace. Here's McMillan. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Mullen on the wing. Wallace. McMillan a screen on Kerr. Pocket 6. Wallace misses.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's rebounded by Jovic.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Pass to McMillan. To the paint. Lots of room. That's good from Wallace on the assist by McMillan. Wallace has got 7 points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Smith checked in for Utah. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Miami. This hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out.
And you know, for the Heat, they've pressed all the wrong buttons this season. It's been a series of one failed move after another, on and off the court.
Well, sometimes you earn your spot in the standings, and they've done that this year. There looked to be so much promise, so much talent on this team coming into the year. It's just baffling that all of those things went south for them. Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter.
Timeout called by Miami. Coming into this having notched to win against the Rockets in their last game.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Berry, they're going to grind it out.
This team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
So on the floor for Utah, we've got Daniels. Mullen is out there with Jovic. Then it's White, and it's Smith in at the 4 spot. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the night. So it's Utah with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense.
So you come back to this because it's 41. Get addiction right. We come back to this.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the Miami Heat.
Chucking up all those threes is clearly not working for them. They need to balance their attack.
Yeah, you want to put your players in a position to succeed, and I don't see that in the first half.
And let's turn our attention now to the Rookie of the Year race. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Curry has been sensational.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
They've got James. Curry is out there with Adams. Then there's Howard. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Jazz leading by 8.
Miami 5.
And Miami.
We're out to wait. You come back.
We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Mullen. Also Wallace out there. Daniels out there with McMillan. And it's Jovic in at the 4 spot. The shot's good from Mullen.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And here's Utah. It's a 12-2 run here, good pace. Wallace outside. It's good. The assist that time from Mullen. Wallace has got 24.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about
why you come back here? They're not
off the inbound, and the layup is good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And an intentional foul right there.
Tell you where I come back is. I told you, they're fucking trash.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing
the win.
Just gotta tighten up and get him next time. Can't be reaching like that, MP. True ballers only.
Up next, the Spurs taking on the Heat for San Antonio. Kind of a seesaw affair over the last 10 games. Welcome and thank you for spending this. And with All-Star Weekend approaching, let's see what's going on in the West. You look at the Spurs, they're hoping to break out from 8th place in the back half of the season.
Well, right now for the Spurs, they had some lofty goals to start the year, but they may not have the roster to hang with the league's elite teams.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
So a look at our starters for the Heat. They've got James, and it's Howard in at the point guard position. And for the Spurs, we've got Dyson Daniels. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Devin Vassell, and it's Bird in at the point. And looking back at how MP's team ended up in the standings, his ongoing mission this season was to send a message to all the teams that ended up higher in the standings. It's pretty rare we hear about this sort of goal. And I guess with MP, it's something we may need to get used to.
You know, I think to this point, MP may be doubting himself a little bit after falling short in these big games against higher-ranked teams. And I really think a big factor is that teams have matchups against him circled on the calendar. Even with the struggles MP has faced, the losses he's experienced are going to be valuable lessons for his growth in the NBA.
Here's Garcia. Offline with a 3. And here are the Heat. It's a 5-point game. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
And just far too many turnovers. You can't expect to win if you can't protect the ball.
Now look, turnovers hurt you in 2 ways. You lose the possession on offense, and defensively, giveaways normally lead to easy points for your opponents.
And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat stand. That was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
Pass to Bird. Here's Garcia. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
Yeah, and he also put in major work on the boards. Just an all-around dominant performance.
Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
He blocked my ball out there.
I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
From deep, hits a 3-pointer.
I don't buy his ball.
Wembanyama's got 8 points.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. And as the leaderboard shows, these teams have really dominated the offensive glass so far this year. Second, the Heat.
One of the top second-chance point clubs in the association. They really hit the offensive glass.
Goes up on the wing. San Antonio with a rebound. This, their first look at this year's Miami squad. To the middle. Here's Garcia. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And from the sideline, let's... And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
They are also being so active there with their hands on defense. It's paying off with a lot of steals already tonight.
Setting the floor for the Heat. We've got Kristaps Porzingis, and it's Keith in at the 3. A different look for Miami. James is checked in for Porzingis, and Howard has subbed in for McGee. And Grant, by now, many of the questions we had coming into the season have been answered.
Oh, no question, B.A. But it's still a long way to go. We know how much can change over the course of a season, so I wouldn't be surprised if a contender or two has yet to emerge.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result. So do you sit him with...
And so it's San Antonio. A huge 24-point lead for them. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
And with All-Star Weekend approaching quickly, here...
A lot of high flyers on this list. I've seen what they can do in-game. Curious to see what they can do on the big stage when the lights are bright.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the San Antonio Spurs.
So they've got some firepower coming off that bench, man. And not just complimentary.
Glad you could join us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. And the Heat shooting just 21% from the floor. We've got Wembanyama, Dyson Daniels out there with Devin Vassell, and it's Bird in at the one spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Outside Wembanyama. Wembanyama, screen on Curry, and the shot's good. Daniels has got 13 now.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Garcia. Inside. James with a steal. Knocks it loose. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter, I hear, too.
Good-looking guy.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Vassell, and they recover it. Pass to Daniels. Here's Bird, guarded by Howard. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. 13 points in the game.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Daniels nails it from three.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Tries to break his ice. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Miami shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in this game. Second free throw, no good.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
The three from Wembanyama. Rebound Miami. Mobo's got 4 rebounds in the game. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Howard. There's the triple. Hits the trifecta. Howard's got 8.
Yeah, he's really giving up size in that matchup. But on the perimeter, he can find the room he needs.
Well, that's the best way to neutralize that size advantage. Make him defend out on the perimeter.
Timeout called, the Spurs. And the Heat making a change here. McGee's checked in. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like.
It still put me
Ends up going with a new group. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Westbrook. Jacks up a 3. Connects from downtown.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Leonard on the wing. Guarded by Howard. Champagny shot is off.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And Campbell pulls it down.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. And there it is for him. 6 points for him. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs.
And that's his fourth. Getting into the danger area now. He's going to have to be a little more cautious down the stretch.
Pass to Champagny for three. Knocks down the triple.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Here's Curry. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Westbrook with it. To the paint. Here's Champagny. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Champagny's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots. Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Here's Leonard. Porzingis grabs the board.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Pass to Champagny. Now here's Leonard. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. Out to the wing. Here's Champagny. No good on the triple. And so the San Antonio Spurs building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. San Antonio with the ball, setting the floor for the Heat. We've got Kristaps Porzingis, and it's Keith in at the small forward position.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Stan, you've always been, and they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made, so it's both teams making substitutions here.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again.
Substitution on the court.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
From the stripe. And too long on the shot.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Howard against Leonard. Pass to Champagny. Here's the three. Hauled in by Curry. Curry's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Stan, there are lots of loud arenas in the NBA. What was the toughest place for you to win?
Well, Brian, it was against whoever had the best players on the other side.
Taking 2 shots.
And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there. And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs, not a major risk for... And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one.
the full horse team not supposed to win. Smarter for me.
Can't be reaching like that, MP. Man, y'all better win tonight, or some of us might need new jobs.
What's up, fellas? MP, welcome. I'll cut to the chase. You didn't get it done with your first half goal. You struggled against some of the teams we were looking to make a statement against.
Yeah, I know. I'll be better.
You don't need an apology. You gave it your all. Just being straight.
Okay, understood.
Look, it's only a failure if you don't learn from it, and we need to keep following the process. So, take a look at these second half goals and pick one. We get right back to work.
I don't eat a-hole like facing a lot of fat for him. It's gonna it's March. I'm trying to. I choose a-hole because it.
I want to focus on beating our rivals. Why is that? Well, as you know, in the NBA, there's not a lot of difference between the best team and the worst team, but motivation, it can take you a long way. When you're going up against...
Fantastic. Sounds like we're in total alignment.
Just remember, every moment.
It's your night tonight.
Okay, unless you all want rallying we're gonna get out here right now if like say a basketball. Guys, unless you all Aaron guys know, I will make a no video of this. That's so you guys know channel subscribe. So you channel subscribe. I'll see y'all Wednesday. I will probably make fucking quit tonight. Night. I'll see you guys that. See you guys that time. See you guys that time. You channel subscribe. See you guys that time. See you guys next time. See you guys next time. See you guys next time. You try to subscribe on basketball. See you guys next time. You try to subscribe. See you guys next time. See you on Wednesday. See you guys next time. You try to subscribe on basketball. See you on Wednesday. You guys see you next time. You try to subscribe. Goodbye.